Okay. Ever feel like you're running on empty trying to get everything done? It can feel like you're constantly putting out fires and can never get ahead of life.
I feel like that every single day. Yeah, a lot of us struggle with this, but there are a few small things we can do to get control back, and it starts with creating routines. Jen Baxter is the author of the new book, Live a Fast Life. This morning, she's here to share her tips for getting into a good routine. Jen Baxter, good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Great, thank you. Okay, first off, why is it so important to have a routine in place?
Well, we're much more likely to get something done if we set up a routine ahead of time, as opposed to if we just wait around until we're like feeling like doing something, because then it's probably never going to get done.
Right.
And then also, our bodies just very naturally go with routines. It might take a little bit for you to get your mind on board with the process, but bodies actually function very well. Like if you eat at the same time every day, if you go to bed at the same time every day, it actually helps your body because it knows what to expect when.
Okay.
So how should you incorporate that? If your body is normal use of routines, how should you incorporate this into your daily life?
Well, the first thing I tell people is kind of go with what your natural tendencies are. So if you're a morning person, then it makes sense to set up a morning routine. If you're more of a night owl, then it makes more sense to set up a nighttime routine. So, of course, the purpose of the morning routine would be to set you up for a productive day, whereas the nighttime routine would be to set you up for a relaxing, peaceful night's rest.
Okay.
So just kind of go with what your natural processes already are, and then this is just going to enhance that.
So can you talk a little bit about what the routine should be? Are you talking like get up, brush your teeth, shower routine, or are you talking...
Not those things.
Okay.
Because a lot of times that's what people think I'm referring to. And of course, those are things that you're going to do anyway. But
hopefully
this should be activities that are really going to, again, depending on if you do morning or nighttime, either energize you or relax you. So in the morning, it might be something like, doing yoga or doing stretching, sitting down and doing a meditation session. At nighttime, it might be taking a hot bath, sitting down, drinking a cup of tea. These are things that should be like a treat for you. And, things that, again, are either going to serve that purpose of setting you up for a productive day or really setting you up for a peaceful night's sleep.
Okay, but you said setting this routine, you said 3 or 4 activities?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you don't want to overwhelm yourself, so just
flesh it out. You said 3 or 4 activities. So if I'm just getting up in the morning and, I don't know, I'm meditating, is that good enough?
I mean, that might be good for you. It depends on what you feel comfortable with. But I always tell people, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't think, okay, I've got to do like everything that I hear other people doing. Maybe meditation works for you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you'd rather go for a run in the morning. Whatever you feel like would be best for you to set you up for the day.
Yeah, there's no comparison in that. That's so true. Because I think that happens a lot of times. I know in like Bible study circles and stuff when people are, like, oh, I do my quiet time in the morning every day. I, study for 45 minutes and people
at 5 a.m. And I'm not a morning person, so I can't do that.
Right. And then all of a sudden you're feeling bad about yourself. And yeah, so there's no comparison. It's just whatever the thing is that works for you.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Then you say set a time. You mean the same time every morning I will go for my run or...
Yes.
Okay.
And you kind of have to almost do like a backwards calculation. So if you know that you have to leave for work by 8:30 to get to work on time, don't start your routine at 8:15 if you know that you have like 3 or 4 things you want to get through. So kind of just sort of calculate it backwards and think, okay, if I need to leave by 8:30 and I figure my routine's going to take me about 45 minutes, make sure you start your routine every day at 7:45.
We call that back timing in television. Yes, you got to back time your day.
Yes. So how do we make this stick? We started out, it sounds good.
Right.
We started to do a couple of days. How does it stick?
I always tell people just take it slow. Don't overwhelm yourself. Again, this is supposed to be something that's going to enhance your life, something that's going to help you to be more productive or more relaxed. So don't just think of it as another thing to check off the list and like stress yourself out. Just take it slow, maybe do it just 1 or 2 days a week. And then I think that you're going to start feeling so good and you're going to see the difference that then you're going to want to make it an everyday thing.
I think you're right, taking small steps. Otherwise, it seems overwhelming and daunting. And
it
then
just becomes something else you have to do, and you don't want it to be like that.
Yes, and then you don't want to do anything. You just want to sit and watch TV or whatever, right? Because you give up. But if you take baby steps, do one thing. Try one thing this week. And it's a great way to start a new routine. Yeah. Should you kind of play with that too and change it up if you know after...
That's another thing. I mean, maybe you want to try meditation, maybe you've always wanted to try it, but you are sitting there and you're like, this is so not for me. There's no rule that says that you have to keep doing that. So change it up once in a while and just make sure that that you're really staying focused on what you're doing, though, and don't try to like be checking your Facebook while you're taking a bath, or, you know, just really lean into it and focus on those activities.
Be more mindful, Jen. Thank you very much. Jen has many tips on her blog. Go to liveafastlife.com, liveafastlife.com. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
You're welcome. Thank you.